Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today, we're talking about Dmitri Borisovich Kabalevsky. I don't have a lot of Kabalevsky down here, only 4 discs actually. So it'll be a quickie chat, I think. But, he was a socialist realist composer par excellence. He was happily working within the strictures of the regime. He's actually best known in Russia for his vocal works, his choral works, which I'm sure are absolutely choral. Well, and not only the fact that we don't hear them today kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? But he did write some very nice, colorful, enjoyable music. He wrote a lot of music for youth orchestras and things like that. It was all very, very socialist realist. Exactly. So, but that doesn't mean it wasn't good music sometimes. It was. Here we have Piano Concertos Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1 here. I think I have it upstairs. But I have a collection. CPO did all the Kabalevsky piano concertos, I believe, as well. And that's sitting around here somewhere. Anyway, we have the first piano concerto, Opus 9, in A minor, which is sort of his biggest. And it's a big, romantic, fun to listen to piano concerto. I mean, there's nothing not to like. The Symphony No. 2 in C minor. His symphonies are slender, neoclassical, not particularly challenging or emotionally especially deep because, well, he knew which side his bread was buttered on, let's put it that way. And so he butters very carefully. Then we've got the fourth piano concerto subtitled Prague, and it's only 11 minutes and 57 seconds long, which is why no one ever plays it. So we have Catherine Stott, the completely capable pianist, and Nimi Yarvi conducting the BBC Philharmonic. So it's fun. I mean, it's fun stuff. It's not gonna win any medals for profundity, but it's enjoyable. Here we have Piano Concertos 1 and 2. 2 is probably a better work than 1, but they're both good pieces. Number 1 is from 1928. And let's see, the number 2 was written in 1935 and revised in 1973. Whether the revision was an improvement or not is anybody's guess. I have not a clue. It's the Russian Philharmonic under Dmitri Yablonsky with Inju Bong piano. And bong bongs away very nicely. It's on Nexus. So unlike many of his fellow countrymen, the Russian composer, pianist, and writer Dmitri Kabalevsky flourished under Soviet rule, writing music mainly designed to inspire heroism and patriotism. His most significant orchestral music, however, is considered to be his sequence of concertos for piano, violin, and cello. The tuneful piano concertos numbers 1 and 2, clearly inspired by Rachmaninoff and Prokofiev, oh yes, are written in a direct and accessible style. And the Korean pianist Inju Bong was the 2004 winner of the Puig Cerda International Piano Competition in Spain. Had to be in Catalonia. That's what the name says. Anyway, fun stuff. It's exactly what it describes it as, and you'll enjoy it for that reason. Cello Concertos 1 and 2, and the symphonic poem Spring, Vesna. 8 spring-like minutes of winsome, lithe, and lyrical music, and the 2 lovely cello concertos. Actually, the second is interesting. It's more interesting than the first. The first is a zippy, nice, typical piece. It's G minor. The second is in G major. It has many tempo changes and changes of mood and color, and it ends molto tranquillo, which is nice. And that's why no one ever plays it, because it ends nicely. It's not a crazy virtuoso. Well, it is. It does have virtuoso passages, of course. And the central movement is a presto marcato, which is pretty challenging. Anyway, these are fun works. It would be nice to hear these concertos more often. I think they're some of Kabalevsky's best work. I think maybe in works for unusual instruments, he was felt maybe perhaps a little bit freer let himself go and experiment that he did with, like piano concertos. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Last but not least, let's see who's doing these, shall we? Alexander Rudin, the cellist, Moscow Symphony Orchestra under Igor Golovshin. So there you go, on Naxos, and also on Naxos. Kolos Broinyan. Oh, yes, good old Kolos Broinyan. So much fun. The overture is just amazing. Nothing is as good as the Fritz Reiner Pittsburgh mono recording on Sony, I'll tell you straight off. That's insane. God, it's fun to play and great to listen to. And we've got the overture and then 4 orchestral pieces, the People's Feast, the People's Calamity, and the People's Insurrection. It's obviously about the people, you may have noticed. The comedians. Oh, the comedians. They're so much fun. Oh, what a delightful suite that is, especially the Galop. You know the comedians' Galop, right? Yeah. That's the comedian's Galop. And Romeo and Juliet. Who knew that Kabalevsky did a Romeo and Juliet? I could do a whole series of weird Romeo and Juliet pieces. We could have Kabalevsky. We'd have Constant Lambert's Romeo and Juliet. It could really be fun, Anyway, yes, there it is. And very, very enjoyable stuff, too. So this is with, the Moscow Symphony Orchestra under Vasily Yelvakov, who I don't know if he's made any other records but this one, but it's fun to listen to, and it's on Naxos, and that's really cool stuff. And that is probably enough Kabalevsky for most of us. Like I said, his music is not plumbing any depths, but it's enjoyable, a couple times through, and you may like it even more. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.